Hello friends, this is Nakul, and in this video, let's take up a brief analysis on Naga insurgency and Naga peace process. Nagas are the ethnic group of people who not only found in Nagaland but also in some parts of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and also in Myanmar. So, in order to know about this Naga insurgency and Naga peace process, we should know about the history of Nagas. So, let's discuss about the history of Nagas. During the World War I, the British has decided to use the war fighting skills of these Naga people. Yes, these Naga people were well known for their guerrilla warfare and jungle warfare techniques. So, the British has deployed these Naga people in the Europe during the World War I. During this World War I, these Nagas has gained so much experience which has provided them a new political ideology and thought. So, using this knowledge gained by them in this European warfields, these Naga people has managed to organize themselves politically as a distinct ethnic political entity. So, in order to get their ethnic identity, these Naga people has transformed themselves and formed a Naga club. Later on, this Naga club has submitted a memorandum to Simon Commission in the year of 1929, in which it has been stated that there is nothing common between the Naga people to that of the people of mainland of India. In this memorandum, the Naga people stated that the religious practices, culture, tradition followed by the mainland people living in the mainland of India and people of Nagas were fully different and nothing common between them. So, these Nagas has demanded for a separate territory for themselves known as Nagalim. So, in order to furtherly forward their demands, this Naga club has been transformed into Naga National Council, which has received a modern guerrilla warfare technique from the Britishers in order to use these Naga National Council people again in the World War II. Yes, these Naga National Council people were again used by the Britishers in the World War II. So, in order to fulfill some of the demands of this NNC people, the British has proposed a Akbar-Hyder Agreement in the year of 1947. According to this agreement, it provides a limited autonomy to the Naga people within the ambit of the Indian Constitution, that is, the boundaries of the Indian Constitution. But this was rejected and declined by these Naga people because what are the demands of the Naga people? They want a separate territory. But this Akbar-Hyder Agreement only gives a limited autonomy. So, however, the India got the independence in August 15, 1947. But after the independence of India, the India has added this Naga inhabited area into the mainland of India. But this was declined and this was against the demands of these Naga people. So, this Naga people has declared an insurgent war against the India. Since then, till now, it has been more than 70 years. So, this Naga insurgency is the first insurgent war and longest standing insurgent war in India. So, in order to tackle and calm down the insurgent war by the Naga people, the India has developed the Indian army and paramilitary forces in this Naga inhabited area and given them special powers through Armed Forces Special Powers Act of 1958. So, in the period of 1950s and 1970s, it has been very violent in the Naga inhabited areas. Despite this violence by the Naga people, the government has tried and kept many efforts in order to establish a peace effort. But this attempt by the government has been a dead failure. So, the government of India has decided to grant a separate statehood to Nagaland from Assam in the year of 1963. The government has granted a statehood to Nagaland by the special constitutional power through Article 371A of the Indian Constitution. But this was not enough to tackle these Naga people. So, this Naga insurgency had been continued to the period of 1970s and 80s. During this period, Nagas has established a strong base in the East Pakistan, that is the Bangladesh and also in Myanmar. This Naga National Council people has enjoyed the support from the hostile countries of India and also support from the Pakistan and China. But the liberation of Bangladesh in the year of 1972 had given a big blow to these Naga people as this Bangladesh supported the India in tackling the Naga insurgency. So, this Naga people has forced by India in order to sign a peace accord with India, which is known as Shillong Agreement. in the year of 1975. This Shillong Agreement was a dead failure. This is because only few people of the NNC has signed this Shillong Agreement, while the rest has declined and rejected it and has established a very dangerous terror outfit known as National Soviet Council of Nagaland by using a base in Myanmar in the year of 1975. So, the period of 1950s and 1980s had been led by this Naga National Council and National Soviet Council of Nagaland, and this terror outfit has inspired many other tribal people, mainly in the northeastern part of India, and because of this inspiration, these tribals have started their own insurgent movement in the northeastern part of India. This National Soviet Council of Nagaland, NSCN, has caused a grave threat to the Indian security forces. But after a period of time, this NSCN was divided into numerous factions. This is because of the ideological differences occurred between the leaders. The main two factions divided from the NSCN are NSCN-IM, that is Isaac Moya faction, and NSCN-K, that is Kaplong faction. So, in the period of 1990s, these two factions got weakened. This is because of the counter-insurgent movements taken by the India. So, in the period of 1990s, the India has pushed these two groups, these two factions, Isaac Moya faction and Kaplong faction, to sign a ceasefire agreement. What is a ceasefire agreement? It is a temporary war stoppage agreement. So, because of the pressure from India, these two factions has agreed to sign a ceasefire agreement with India. The Isaac Moya faction signed a ceasefire agreement with India in the year of 1997, while the Kaplong faction signed it in the year of 2001. Despite the signing of the agreement, these two factions has continued to cause the terror activities in the Naga inhabited areas. These two terror outfits has caused a grave threat to the India's national security and also the internal security. But in the period of 2010, the India has gained an upper hand in this Naga insurgency. It is because of the establishing of friendly governments in the neighboring countries of Bangladesh and also Myanmar. Yes, with the help of Bangladesh and Myanmar, the India has cracked down and has threatened these two factions, that is Isaac Moya faction and Kaplong faction. The Indian government has arrested some of the main leaders of the Isaac Moya faction, and due to this, the Isaac Moya faction has agreed to negotiate with India. So, in the year of 2015, a framework agreement has been signed between the Union Government of India and also the Isaac Moya faction in order to establish a Naga peace process. But the Kaplong faction has managed to counter this attack from India and has started up a strong base in the Myanmar. So, in the Naga peace process, there is no participation of the Kaplong faction. What are participating in the Naga peace process? That was only the government of India and the Isaac Moya faction and also some of the other political groups of these Nagas. In this Naga peace process, the government of India is headed by R.N. Ravi, who is the governor of Nagaland. He acts himself as the mediator between this Isaac Moya faction, that is the Naga people, and that to the government of India. This Naga insurgency has to be stopped and a peace process should be established between the India and this Naga people in the October 31st of 2019. But this has been delayed due to the emergence of key differences between the government and these Naga people. Why there is an emergence of key differences? It is because the Nagas has demanded for a separate constitution and also a separate flag. But India is not ready to grant these to the Naga people. Why it is? Because recently it has removed this special status from the Jammu and Kashmir. India is not willing to give again this status to these Naga people. So India has rejected these demands of the Naga people. But luckily, this Naga peace process was not been cancelled. It has just been paused. It will continue sooner or later. Hope there is a peace process between Nagas and government of India. That's all about this Naga issue. This is Nakul signing off. Thank you for watching. Meet you all in the next video with another amazing content. Until then, follow us.